Welcome back, or welcome to Yoga with Ciara. This is day 6 of Nourish. Today we're deepening into that idea of wing, and wing is where you bring your fingers to the side of your face. Swan is where you pull your elbow down and you feel the back of your ribs or the back of your back really folding with the pressure, and then reach is where you dive your arm forward. It's a bit like the swimming of your arm if you're in breaststroke or something like that. And so, great, come. Let's move with the wave from the floor to up and then all the way down. And we're going to be doing some balancing today. And so if you have your stick handy, I use an Aikido stick. You can use a broomstick or you can use a wall. Just you're aware. If you want your stick, go get it now. So come lie on the floor. Come. Great, landing in. And just arrive. Just feel into all that is in your body in this moment. And I love that idea, what am I present to right now? Just what arises in me as I drop and deepen my attention down into my body. What can I be present to right now? And then let yourself soften a little bit. So for me, that's where my shoulders are sinking a little bit more back, and my kind of widen my arms a little bit. I'm going to soften my belly and my rib cage. I'm going to let the weight of my pelvis land into the floor. And as I do that, there's a wave of new sensation that emerges. A little bit more, I'm going to say vulnerable, or a little bit more emotive, what arises. Not in the braced me, but just in the soft, deepening me. What arises in you as you rest here? Just honor the sensation, be with what is. And then just begin by flattening your lower back into the floor. So just the pelvic tilt to begin with. So arching into your lower back and then flattening your lower back down. So the very simple pelvic tilt, you're rocking from the coccyx, the end of the sacrum, to the top of the sacrum, the lower back. And you're just rocking down and then rocking back on the sacrum. And as you do this, something happens through the front of the belly. Something's happening in the hip sockets. So I'm going to begin to exaggerate the flattening down by squeezing my bum a little bit, and my bum gets a bit lighter on the floor. And then arch. And then as you flatten down, squeeze your bum and then arch. So just feel that. Squeeze your bum. Feel how your bum floats a little bit off the floor. And how would you find that connectivity, not just in the end range, but how would you stay connected through the full range of your movement? This idea of drawing through continuity in how we feel our bodies during our yoga class, but also throughout the day. How do we continue to maintain a connection in our bodies throughout the day, in our lives throughout the day? So next time you squeeze your bum, begin to roll a bit higher through your spine. Begin to lift your hips up off the floor. And then travel all the way down. When you're all the way down, arch your back into the pelvic tilt. Squeeze your bum as you flatten and then roll up along your spine. So now you're taking the bridge, which is where you lift your hips off the floor, and the pelvic tilt, and you're making them into one long snaky movement. And as I do this, I'm tracking continuity in the sensations that I'm feeling. And to do that, I have a certain amount of attention towards the deep center of me, up through my midline, from my pubic bone all the way up to my collarbones almost. I have a sense of a tone or a texture that I'm following. So just as you roll up and down, find your continuity of connection, of movement. Nice. Next time you rise up, pause. Your feet are pushing down. All your toes are connected. Your heels are strong. Your thighs are slightly moving inward, so you're engaging your inner thighs a little bit more. Squeeze your bum and let your hips rise. And just see, how would you connect from your collarbones to your pubic bone across the front of your body? So the breath helps me do that. The inhale creates one kind of sensation. The exhale creates another. Just notice, how does the breath feel as you connect here? Always making sure that your neck is comfortable, that you're not doing anything that feels too strong in your body. You're managing your sensations by making the movements smaller, taking rest when you need to. Nice. Roll all the way down, land on the floor, stretch your legs out long, and reach your arms overhead and just pause there. Nice. And then stretch into your toes and reach into your fingers and try and find that yawny feeling. So just see if you can find, and for me, something happens where I'm reaching into my toes and fingers, but then something turns on in my belly as I stretch into that yawny feeling. Just feel that. How would you kind of have that satisfied? It's kind of jerky, long, and strong in the body. And then bend your elbows, bring your feet to the floor, and then bring your right foot up and place your right foot on top of the left knee and draw your right knee away from you. And just pause there, again, deepening into the breath. Just feeling into how. So you're moving, your leg is moving your leg. I'm not applying any external force from the outside. So how far would my right knee move away from me? Also, what I'm feeling is that my right side is shortening in the waist. How would I lengthen into the right side of my waist and widen through the front of my belly? So there's a bit of evenness through both sides here. Brace your elbows into the floor and rock your knees from side to side. And just feel that, slowing the movement down, finding that continuity. And for me, there's this length happening at the front of the right belly that I'm maintaining as I move. So the range is smaller because I'm maintaining connection through the front of my belly. Because if I go deeper, then I'll fold into the front of my hip and I'll shorten. So I'm choosing not to do that. Just find, what do you connect with? And can you keep that connection from left to right? And suddenly now, when I'm really maintaining connection to this front of my belly, my ribs are turning on. I feel my chest is connected. I feel my neck is connected to this movement suddenly because I've made the movement smaller and I'm finding the threads of me. Come back to center. Lift your left foot off the floor and draw your left knee as close towards you as you can. Arms are long on the floor beside you. So it's your legs moving your legs. You're not moving them with your hands. And just slow the breath down, deepen it in. Touch the floor with your left toes and then draw your left knee towards you. And this is moving the right leg because my right foot is on the left knee. You're tapping the floor with your toes and then drawing your knee up. And as you do this, notice what happens in your belly. Notice what happens in that right hip. Find continuity. What do you stay conscious with? So I'm staying with the back of the right buttock as I do this. And I'm really noticing how there's movement happening there that's very interesting to me. Nice. Draw a circle with your left knee, and that's going to move the whole of this shape of the air. Then in the other direction. And again, find something that you want to stay present to and find continuity in that place. Really maintain a sense of presence, awareness, connection. Nice. Foot to the floor, pause. Both feet to the floor. Nice. Other side. Bring the left foot to your right knee and draw your left knee away from you. And again, I'm really interested again in the opening of the front of my left hip, the widening of my belly, that length that's been kind of opened out in the front of my hip. Nice. And now slowly rock from side to side, maintaining that connection. Whatever connection you created, move so that you stay present to that thing. Sometimes I feel like it's like having a pair of binoculars and focusing on one bird and then trying to follow that bird in the sky. So it's not very easy, but with skill and with practice, you get better at it. So let's just get better at following a particular sensation or a place and staying connected to it. And there's moments where you're like, "Where's the bird?" Oh, so last night I saw the aurora borealis. I saw the northern lights from my back garden. It was amazing. Oh my God. Pink over one side, green on the other. Oh, it was amazing. It was so amazing. So last night was a particularly good night. There was these major, the whole country saw it actually. It's very rare for the whole of Ireland to be able to see it. There was people down in Tipperary able to see it, Limerick able to see it. And so, yeah, it was amazing. It's incredible. So come back to center, draw your right knee up towards you and just feel how your left hip is now going to deepen into sensation. There's going to be more happening here. And now travel with the right foot. Bring the right foot to the floor and then squeeze your right knee up towards you. And see if you can maintain that sense of continuous continuity in a sensation in a place. And you're just tracking that. Maybe you're trying to see the whole of this movement in continuity. So yeah, aurora borealis. It was amazing. Amazing. It was amazing. Nice. Now draw a circle with your knees. Track that place, that sensation. Notice what's happening in your belly as you do this. And then in the other direction. Nice. Both feet to the floor. And then just rock your knees from side to side. Rocking. Nice. Just come over into your cat pose just for a moment. All the way over. Round your back. Arch your back. Round your back. Arch your back. So earlier when we were moving into the pelvic tilt, how do you find the pelvic tilt sensations here? So for me, there's a movement in the pelvis and the back of the spine. Around your back. Arch your back. Find continuity between the rounding and the arching. Feel that you follow yourself from one side to the other. Nice. Push back into your downward dog. Create length back into your feet, back into your heels. Have a bit of a wiggle. Nice. Walk your feet in. Have a bit of a wiggle here. Just lengthening into the back of your thighs. You can have your elbows on your knees if you wish. So maybe you're holding onto the back of your ankles and you're pulling your head towards your knees. Maybe your elbows are on your knees. It's really finding your edge and your working space. So deepen as much as you wish or soften as much as you wish. Nice. Hands to your knees. Come all the way up to stand. Cool. So we're going to look a little bit at our arms again and then move into a moment of balancing. So both hands are forward in front of you. Turn your thumbs towards the floor. Bring both hands back so you're in wing and then come into swan and then dive forward. And as I dive forward, I'm going to bend my knees like I'm going to dive into a swimming pool. Nice. Drop your arms down. Nice. Wing, swan, dive. Drop your arms down. Wing, swan, dive. Nice. Drop your arms down. So one-handed only. Reach your right arm forward. Turn the back of your hand in, down. Wing, swan. Pull your elbow down and then dive forward. And as you dive forward, bring your left hand to your left knee and touch the floor. Wing, swan. And then dive forward. Bring your hand to the floor. And I have like the back of my hand seems to be turned the whole time, but it doesn't really matter what you're doing with the back of your hand. You can turn so your palm faces the floor. You can turn so that your thumb is still facing the ground. So wing, swan, dive. Nice. Other side. Bring your left elbow back. Pull your elbow back into swan and then dive. Bring your hand to the floor. And my right hand is resting on my knee as I dive forward. Wing, swan, dive. Wing, swan, dive. One more time. Wing, swan, dive. We're going to try both together. So maybe a little bit wider. Wing, swan, dive, and bring both hands to the floor. Sit down as low as you can. As you rise, come into wing. Swan will pull you back. And then dive all the way down, fingers to the floor. Wing, swan, dive. And just find a flow with that. Wing, swan. So moving down, find continuity. Wing, swan. I think I'm breaking up. Yeah, I'm breaking up a lot. Hi guys. Oh my God. Oh, so sorry. So I have no idea. Yeah, something just turned off and just went off. So let's come just lie on the floor and settle, because that was a big interruption of our class. So just come onto the floor, settle in. Everything turned off, just the whole thing shut down. I am so sorry for abandoning you that way, midstream. So we shall venture off into the plan for yesterday, for tomorrow, today, for today, tomorrow. So go land on the floor. Come, come. Just landing in on the floor, and just squeeze your knees in and just rock from side to side, and just feel the sense of the interruption. So I can feel that my right side and my left side are slightly different. Oh, I can feel the back of my body. And then just roll your knees in a deep circle. And as you roll, just feel your body as you roll. Slowing your breath down. And just notice all that there is. And then roll in the other direction. Rolling, feeling, listening. Bring both feet to the floor, bring your arms wide, drop your knees to the right, and then draw your left knee up and just come into gliders. And just through movement, through connection, just allow the settling of all of that to happen. So when the TV turns off midstream, I know all of you start pushing buttons and start wondering where I'm gone, and there's a sense of discombobulation. Because I think it's the first time it's really just turned off like that. So just feel in your body, what's that like? Feeling the deep of you, the sense of this moment in your body as you rock from one side to the other. Nice. Squeeze the right knee up, lengthen the left leg long, pause. And then the other side, squeeze the left knee up, lengthen the right leg long. Nice. Wrap your arms around yourself, rock from side to side. Nice. Reach your arms wide and just let yourself land on the floor. Just deepen your breath into your belly. Just feel the sensations. I can feel like a tingling sensation in my arms and my chest, in the flurry to get back online. What are the sensations for you? Do you feel your belly, your chest, your face, your arms? Just let all of that be present. Just what are you present to as you connect, as you listen? So maybe this is a really good lesson. So when we disconnect, so all the time we're talking about continuity, how the continuity of a movement creates a sense of connection in our body, a sense of connection. So same thing, continuity over the stream of yoga right now. So when it's continuous, there's a sense of completion or harmony or safety. Whereas when it's interrupted, there's a sense of agitation. So maybe in the deep of us, when we disconnect, there's a sense of agitation. Aha, so interesting. So just bring your hands to your heart and know that we're all here together. There is a sense of community and connection. And that feeling of continuity in yourself is supported in the whole of all of this. There's around 250 of us all over the world, from South Africa to the Hudson Bay to Hudson River in New York to Spittle, Carrow, Cork, Waterford, Dublin, Mayo, Westport. I just feel that in the deep of you, that continuity of connection, of community that holds us here in this. So I'll be back tomorrow and we will play with continuity again. We will deepen into how it is that we feel that those threads of connection and just that experience today as the stream cut, how the disconnection creates something in us. So yeah, I think in the big scheme of things, it was perfectly unfolding as it should. So I will see you all tomorrow. I'm just going to go find, because I have no pictures at the moment. Hold on. Oh, there you go. I'll see you all tomorrow. And thanks for being here at the end. Sorry for the cut in the middle of it all. These things happen on live TV. So great. Thanks. And have a wonderful day. Ciao, ciao.